Alright class, welcome. Today we're diving into the fascinating world of urban climatology, specifically the urban heat island effect. Simply put, urban heat islands are metropolitan areas that are significantly warmer than their surrounding rural areas. We'll be exploring what causes this phenomenon and examining some of its key consequences. First, let's look at the main drivers of this effect. One major factor is the abundance of dark surfaces like asphalt and concrete in cities. These materials absorb a greater percentage of solar radiation than natural surfaces like vegetation and soil, leading to higher surface temperatures. This absorbed heat is then released back into the urban environment. Additionally, the reduced amount of vegetation in urban areas contributes to the problem. Plants cool the environment through evapotranspiration, a process where water is absorbed by plants and released into the atmosphere as vapor. Fewer plants mean less cooling. Now, some people think the heat generated from cars and industries is the main cause, but while this anthropogenic heat does play a role, it's a much smaller contributor compared to the surface absorption and reduced evapotranspiration. Now, that brings us to my next point, the consequences of these elevated urban temperatures. Increased energy consumption for cooling is a major concern. Think about how much more air conditioning is used in cities during hot summers. This not only leads to higher energy costs but also increases greenhouse gas emissions. Another critical consequence is the impact on human health, especially during heat waves. Vulnerable populations, such as the elderly and those with pre-existing health conditions, are at increased risk of heat stroke and other heat-related illnesses. Interestingly, research is now showing how the shape and height of buildings can further exacerbate the urban heat island effect, creating wind tunnels and trapping heat. This is a complex area we are still learning about. Finally, let's discuss some mitigation strategies. Increasing green spaces within cities by planting trees and creating rooftop gardens can significantly help. These green areas not only provide shade but also enhance evapotranspiration, naturally cooling the environment. The use of lighter colored materials for buildings and pavements can also reduce surface absorption of solar radiation. So, to wrap things up, the urban heat island effect presents a significant environmental challenge, but by understanding its causes and consequences, we can implement effective strategies to create more sustainable and cooler urban environments.